I'll be your sacrifice. Oh yeah, I'm scared, but it's what makes me stronger. I keep on fighting, draw my strength from the fear. I'll still keep marching on. Dark clouds of fear, I wish I could see the sun. So many questions at the back of my mind. So many battles, none of them are even mine. But I've gotta keep fighting for you to sleep peaceful night. Oh, I gotta keep moving, gotta cross every single line.
40 years ago, the slimes were exiled from Arcadia because of what my father did. This chest contains the information to prevent it from happening again.
So, what exactly did your father do?
He found something called the Ender. He unleashed it upon the world and it wiped out millions.
But why?
That's what I spent the past 40 years trying to find out.
Hey, what's up, survivalists? It's Shave, TeamWnJ here. Welcome to episode 62 of the Levaslier Production Diary. Joining me today is Harry on the stream. There he is. Cool. What I'm going to be showing today is the updates with the animation. I'm going to be animating the next scene, and I'm also looking forward to revealing our future plans. What I think will be the future plans. I've just been thinking about it for quite some time. Would be interesting to talk with you guys about it. Cool. In our stream right now, we have Deformed Koala, Titan Dragon, and Beautiful Pizza. What's going on, everyone? Let's switch over to the screen real quick. So, we have made some awesome progress with the animation. You remember last time I did, this shot and I wasn't really happy with the results? I haven't actually tweaked it at all. I've just kind of adjusted the frames a little bit and it kind of looks better. We've tweaked this shot here where he turns his head and, nothing much there. And then we also added this final shot. Also, a bit of sound changes. So let's take a look and see what we have so far. I'm going to start somewhere in the middle because most of us here have already seen what it looks like up to this point, right? So let's just start somewhere from here. There we go. I love that final shot. Yes, Arkosh is bleeding. For the first time ever, you're gonna see Arkosh actually get hurt. To the point where he bleeds. Because people have asked me, do slimes bleed? And the simple answer to that is yes, they do. Because the outer layer of the slime is like human skin, but it's thinner. So it's very easy to rip and get cut. And that's why whatever he just touches something, he could very easily bleed. And what the blood actually is all the internal slime stuff. So, if you pay attention to this shot right here, take a look at this, right, where he gets, like, punched and then thrown to the ground. Look at the ground. Look at the ground right here. He smashes through this chair, completely smashes the chair. Look where he lands. At that spot, you can see the blood there. Now, this is just a preview render, so it's not perfect looking yet, but in the final one, that is going to be, like, reflective and then blood looking. He flies over the fireplace, and there's even more right over here. And I'm using the same trick that I used for the Assault and Dire Shield. Right here, smashes his head into the chair, rolls back a little bit, and right there you can see one drip, and the second drip is behind the chair, but you can't really see it. So there you go. He is bleeding a little bit just from the head, and it's blue. Surprise, surprise. People are very excited in the chat. Arkosh is bleeding. That's so badass, says Titan Dragon. Thank you. That is so cool. Thank you, thank you. Just says, thank goodness the sound is in sync this time. Yeah, it is in sync. Deformed Koala says gotta go to sleep. That's alright, Deformed Koala. Thank you for joining us and like joining for a little bit as well. Hey, before you go, make sure everyone leaves a like rating on the video because it really helps the channel. Thanks for coming, Deformed Koala. Hope you watched the replay afterwards. I know you've been commenting on a lot of my other streams saying that you've missed them, but at least you were able to join in for a short little bit this time. We're really thankful to have you here. Titan Dragon says, are the slimes a race? Oh, fuck. I just bit my fucking tongue. Oh, goddamn. Ah. Are the slimes a race in Levaslier? Yes, they are. God damn it, my tongue hurts. Ouch. Okay. If you want to know more about the lore of Lev and all the stuff that's going on, I'm pretty sure we have an article on slimes on the wiki. I'm just not sure how detailed it is. It might just be fucking nothing right now. We click on the slimes are humanoid. There you go. Yeah, there you go. It's short a little bit. There is quite a lot of detail on some of the main characters. So Arkosh here has quite a lot of detail that you can learn about, including the materials of his swords and wind shear and everything. We're missing a picture of wind shear, but you know, we could add that later. Either way, animation's looking good so far. The next shot. So this we're gonna have to give over to Cam. Cam might be joining the stream in a second. Cam is our new member of the TeamWnJ. After this shot, we're going to send this shot to Cam because the cloth has not been animated yet, so he's going to be handling that. He's going to be flung back, and this took me a while. Because I finished this animation, I didn't know what to do next, and I've been thinking about it for quite some time, about the choreography and everything, and I think I've got it. What happens to the Cyclops here is he rushes in and smashes them, and he kind of goes off screen, so he could really land anywhere that I want him to land. Arkosh, however, flies back and does a little roll. When he looks up right here, what I think I'm going to do is make it so that the Cyclops charges him and he can duck over to the side. And I'm going to make him swing wind shear. And because wind shear is a great sword and he's only holding it with one hand, if he swings it and he misses it, the weight of the great sword will carry him onward. So he's going to continuously spin until he can stop it. So he's going to swing wind shear and completely miss. Because he's only using one hand, he's going to over-rotate, and he's going to give his back to the Cyclops. And the Cyclops has a tentacle arm, he's going to pick up Arkosh from the back and then throw him. And that's going to be the next sequence of events in the next shot. Let's start doing that. Foman says, can I get a mod? No, I will not give mod status to anyone who I don't know personally or has not been on my channel for a long enough time or frequent enough time. Okay. So here's the shot that you just saw in third person. I will duplicate this shot so that we can start from brand new. Let's do this. I will be talking about the future plans of TeamWnJ once we have the right people in, because I'm mainly targeting Cam and Angelo for this one, just because I feel like they would fit my plans for starting a new studio focusing on animations, but not Minecraft animations. Foman says, I'm here since you're 580. Dude, I recognize your name, man. I recognize your name. The thing is, Foman, you aren't here enough. That's the thing. Because we've got people like Angelo and Cam who are here virtually every single stream for about, like, a year. So, I've only seen you a few times, Foman. Because I do remember your name somewhat, but I'm not sure when you came on. Time Dragon says the Cyclops is about to Hulk smash Arkosh, then he dodges. Yeah, basically, yeah. Cool. So I just duplicated a shot. Let's completely reset our data here, our animation data, so we have nothing that moves. Okay. So now nothing is moving. We can delete all the unnecessary files. This chair is smashed, so I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist. That's a tiny detail. We don't need these floor catchers. What are these? Hang on. I've got a few planes right here, and I'm not sure what these planes are. Oh, these planes are the blood. Okay. I will leave the blood there. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to group them into one object so that I can easily match them. We'll just name this blood. Whoops. Blood. Cool. This sphere is a physics sphere. We don't need this. This is physics. We don't need that. Okay. Arkosh's Ender Arm, we don't really need, but I'm going to keep that there anyway. Fire Pit is fine. Everything here is fine. Okay, cool. We're good to start anew. Nothing should be moving at this point. Good. Except them breathing. Them breathing always happens. Okay, cool. Great. By the way, can one of the moderators hop onto Twitch real quick? Because I figured out how to add moderators onto Twitch, but I have to do it when I'm live. So if someone could stand by on Twitch, that would be awesome. I'm not sure if Harry got that one. Harry? Or Andrea? Are they there? What's going on? I don't hear any noises. I'm not sure what's happening. Maybe I think Harry's playing Dishonored or something. His buttons might be a bit broken. Anyway, let's bring all of these back in and we're good to go. Coolios. How have you guys been over the past few days? I'm feeling pretty good because you know how I slipped my disc out? How I slipped my back out rather? About 3 weeks ago. So if you guys missed that old story, I jumped down a flight of stairs, landed awkward. No, I landed perfectly, but something went awkward and my back kind of tweaked itself. And then I sneezed. And that really did the trick. Because I sneezed really hard and my back just snapped out and I went, fuck. And then I had to take like 3 weeks off of basically everything. I got the x-ray and the doctor was like, okay, according to this x-ray, your spine is bent sideways. However, the disc that slipped out has probably been slipped back in. I'm like, okay, good. What now, doctor? And the doctor goes, you're going to be feeling a bit sore because your muscles are fucked, but it shouldn't take you too long to recover. So I spent like 3 weeks off of work. I was just working from home. The first week, I couldn't lift a milk carton. So I had to get a friend to help buy groceries with me just because I couldn't lift fucking milk. So I couldn't even walk to work because I had to lift my computer up. Couldn't do that. But finally, I'm good to go. What's going on, Zella? What's going on? Sorry, Andrea's over on Twitch. Thank you. Let me make you a moderator on Twitch. See if I can do that right here. Oh, no, I'm going to have to actually go on to Twitch. Let me do that right now. Either way, my back has fixed itself now, and I went back to training yesterday. Like, jiu-jitsu training. Finally able to get some exercise in. Yeah, it's just a feel-good moment. Good to see myself recovering. Okay, let's see. Andrea, could you type something in the chat on Twitch so that I can see it and then I can moderate you? Hey, what's going on? Angelo's here. Perfect. I was just talking about getting Angelo and Cam. Okay, both Harry and Andrea are on Twitch. Thank you. Both of you, can you type something so I can mark you down and write you on Twitch? Okay, how do I can add friend. That's a good thing. And then mod user. There we go. Thank you. It's one down. Cool. Yeah, Angelo, I was just saying I was trying to get you and Cam in because I want to reveal the plans for 2020 TeamWnJ and and the plans for turning the channel into a full-on animation studio working for clients that aren't like Minecraft animations. So now that you're in, I think I can talk about that. No, I think Cam might be joining us live. Like, he'll be in the call. I'm just not sure when he's going to pop in. He said he's interested in joining in or something. Andrea says she might already be a moderator on Twitch. Can you write something on Twitch so that I can confirm that? And, yeah. I know I just moderated Harry, but I'm not sure if I moderated you, Andrea. So don't write anything on YouTube. Just go onto Twitch and write something. Angela says Arkosh bleeds. Arkosh is a female. Hey, Angela, I'm pretty sure you probably banged your knee onto your toe. Sorry, banged your knee or your toe onto something and caused yourself to bleed. Does that make you a female as well? Mitosis. Titan Dragon says there should be a scene where Arkosh uses Ender Arm to grab a piece of rubble and smash the Cyclops with the rubble. Even better, there will be a scene where Arkosh grabs the Cyclops and smashes the Cyclops into the rubble. I have that already planned out. We're just going to get to it. It's just not going to be immediately next. Okay, Andrea is already a moderator. Cool. I can exit out of Twitch now. Thank you. I'll leave the Twitch stuff to you because we did get 2 trolls in last week. Okie dokie. Can somebody on Discord ask Cam when he's joining in? Maybe someone on TeamWnJ. Could you ask him on TeamWnJ to see what's gonna happen next? By the way, Angelo got my message about the new studio thing, and I'm pretty hyped about it. Just looking at the way things are going, it might turn out to be something awesome. Like just to be able to do something creative for a living is amazing. What's going on, Dal? Welcome to the live stream. I just showed off Arkosh bleeding. Here is the blood. But the full animation for this scene is done. I'm moving on to the next one. He does bleed here, and he does bleed over there. There's a bit of blue stuff coming out. But more importantly, this stream, I'm going to be talking about the future plans for TeamWnJ. Angelo says, by the way, this might be random. What are your plans with the channel name? You're going to keep the TeamWnJ name. Okay, yeah. So I've thought about this for a long time. Because TeamWnJ in and of itself is a difficult name to sound professional with. However, TeamWnJ is already fully established on the internet. Did you know there used to be a group of lawyers called TeamWnJ? And they used to rank above me when you searched up TeamWnJ. But now, they're not on the first page. They're not on the second page. They're not on the 5th page. They're not on the fucking 10th page. They're gone. Like, I dominate from 1 to 10. Those guys are gone. I've demolished them. I don't know where they are anymore. They're not anywhere on Google. So I don't want to change the name because of that reason. If I change TeamWnJ, we're going to lose all of that ranking that we already rank for, and that's just not what I want. Therefore, when I start the new studio, that will not be TeamWnJ, right? I'm going to say that I'm from TeamWnJ, the channel, but the studio itself will be a separate thing. And I can say on TeamWnJ, I can say we work for this other studio, and on that studio, I can say I work for TeamWnJ. And then moving forward, we can link the two together, but they'll still exist as two separate entities. Remember what I said when I was building the dream studio? I said, we're going to have part of the room work on Lev, part of the room work on money-making things, and you can switch between the two, right? That's what I would like in the future. Somebody, if you work really hard and you earn like a couple $100,000 and you're like, you know what? I've been working really hard. I signed on because I trust in Julian's dream. I trust in Levaslier. I like what the show is about, and I wanna develop the team, and I've earned a lot of money, and I can do that. Yeah, hop on to go work on Lev, and you can just switch in between the two, right? So with that said and done, what is going to be the name of Studio J? What is going to be the name of the new studio that I'm thinking of? Well, for the longest time, you guys have been mocking me that I keep falling into 1x1 holes. And I really like the term 1x1. And everyone just keeps on mocking me because I keep slipping into shit. And you remember that I said that 1x1 studio has already been taken? I made a slight little oversight there, and I took a look at it again. Here's what's taken. 1x1 studio. Here's what's not taken. 1x1 studios. Yeah? So I could take that name. I could take 1x1 Studios. And yes, 1x1 Studio itself already exists, and it's a fashion company, and they dominate Google, and they also dominate Google Images. So if I let me go into incognito right now and just search up 1x1 Studio. That's what I plan to do. It's a shop based in the UK. It's a excuse me. It is a fashion studio. Looks like they've got quite a few. They're pretty recent, because there's a lot of videos from 2019 dating back to February. They've done some walkway stuff, so they're pretty cool. Images on Google, you can go quite. You can't even go that far down before it stops being about fashion and being about lights. So that's completely unrelated. If you go into the shopping tag, it's all about lights, so that means 1x1 probably means something to do with lighting equipment, something to do with film, maybe, I don't know. Google search results from from the 3rd page onwards, 1x1 is talking about LED panels, not about fashion. So, what that tells me is that I could probably SEO the shit out of 1x1 Studios if I wanted to, if you give me enough time. What's going on, Keegan? Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, you're a bit late. I just showed off Arkosh's little tumble here, little accident. There's a little bit of Arkosh blood for you, just for you to focus at. But what I'm talking about right now is the future of TeamWnJ and what we're planning to do moving forward into 2020. I think it's about time we start thinking about that. I probably should have started thinking about that a bit earlier as well. Almiletto says, Gods Don't Bleed, one of the greatest animations I've ever seen. What's going on, Almiletto? Welcome to the live stream. Fuck, Dylan Gu, dude. I should get Dylan Gu to join the server. Fuck. Dylan Gu is such a fucking awesome guy. Yeah. Did you know that Dylan Gu actually watched Levaslier and he left a comment on it? Like, I fucking love the fact that all these people that I used to idolize have watched Levaslier and they're like, dude, this is fucking amazing. Keep it up. Titan Dragon says, I have a question. Is the portal for the end the same or different? If it is different, then the portal should look like the portal to the Upside Down from Stranger Things. I don't have a full answer for that yet. When we were designing it, we used the same design. However, we are completely redesigning the stronghold. Because when we initially did it, we had the exact same stronghold as the Minecraft one. But I think Harry and we can do a better job at it. Angelo says, is 1x1 Studio inactive, though? As far as I'm aware, I don't know. It looks to be active to me. Because their most recent video has been from, well, their most recent update at all is August 2019, from what I can see on first page of Google. They do have a Facebook page. Let's see what their latest post on Facebook is. We got, what, 600 something on Facebook likes? I'm being blocked from viewing it. I can't see anything. Block by Block Studio is pretty good as well. However, the studio that I'm talking about, the studio we're moving forward with, will not be doing Minecraft stuff. TeamWnJ will do Minecraft stuff. The other studio, I don't think I'm even going to post. I might post it on YouTube just to SEO it. But we'll be handling actual clients with actual stuff, like money-making stuff. Ads, mainly. That's it. Those KSI or Logan Paul. Didn't they already fight? I thought they fought to a draw, like, a while ago. I don't know too much about them. Either way, I think what I'll do. The first thing, right now I'm gathering a team. So some of you guys might have received a message from me saying that I'm interested in gathering a team. The goal is simple. I'll repeat exactly what I said to Angelo. I said, I'm working on building a team that can make eye-catching ads with fast turnover times to best display a client's products and convert sales. That is the simple goal in one sentence. Good eye-catching ads, done very quickly, to very well display a client's product and then get them to buy the product. 4 goals that really matter, in my opinion. So yeah, I think we're gonna start small. I know Angelo is interested, and I'm definitely, I want to start really small. So if it's just the 2 of us, I would like to go forward with that as well. I know Cam might be interested, but he does have a job. And I do plan to make this like a full-time thing as well. But in order to get our first client, see, I've got plenty of leads. However, I'm looking at possibly getting our first for 1x1 Studios, if that's the name I'm gonna keep, right? Possibly in February we'll try to get our first client. That's what I'm thinking, because February is Valentine's Day. Therefore, the three big things that pop into my mind when I think Valentine's Day is chocolate, flowers, and diamonds. Flowers are easy because there are flower shops everywhere. You could walk down the road and find a flower shop, ask if they want an ad. Chocolate is hard because there's only a few chocolate producers in the world. That's hard to get in contact with. Diamonds get big money because diamonds are expensive. But because it's Valentine's Day, these 3 things sell. And I've got contacts in China for diamonds. So those are 3 places we could expand into. However, if we were to get our first client, we have to show some sort of demo reel. And so if we want to move forward, I think maybe starting from January of 2020, we should start working on some demo reels. So Angelo, I know we were talking and we were like, we could do some phones or some watches and stuff. But we've never really done that before. We just know that we can from the skills that we have. So how about in January we start something? You know, we're not paid or anything. Let's just say, give us 1 week, and let's see if we can make an Apple commercial in 1 week. Because if I'm pretty sure that I can make an Apple commercial in 1 week. No lie. So if it's the 2 of us, what can we do together to make an Apple commercial in 1 week? And if Cam is here, what can we do? The 3 of us together. right? The best part about this is I'm doing all the math and the calculations here, and I'm really liking the way that this is going. Keegan, I did receive your question. I'm gonna answer it in a second. Dull, I did see that there is a rematch in 2 days. I'm just really don't give a shit. Sela says, and this is why I only take story-driven stuff. Lol. Story-driven stuff is great. I just don't know how great it is for money. You know, because story stuff takes a lot of time. And if I'm gonna be working on Lev takes a lot of time. I can't be working on 2 things that take a lot of time for a long time. I gotta work on Lev, which is a long-term thing, and then something short-term. Here's the style of work that I like. I like, you give me some work, I'll get the work done, I'll send it back to you, we're done, next. Alright? Ideally, I like 2-week projects. I like 2-week projects. Why? Because we get the project done in 1 week. And then on the second week, that's when we give it back to the client, and they'll say, oh, could you change that, could you change that? And then that's like the editing week. But the main thing is we get everything done in 1 single week, and if the client does not need any changes, what do you get? You get a second week off. Right? So here's the math that I like. Here's the math that I really damn like, okay? Let's say here's my pitch. Okay? Let's say we're doing a commercial for let's say we're doing an animated commercial for a chocolate company. That's the most unrealistic one. Diamonds. Let's say we're doing an animated commercial for a diamond company on Valentine's Day. Okay. If it were a big studio, right, some large animation studio, if the diamond company were to contact them, let's say they charge, for example, they will charge $30,000 for the animation. $30,000 to make that animated trailer and get it and do all the AdWords and get it out, like, just handle everything. Basically handle everything. Make sure it gets onto the TV screens, make sure it goes onto Facebook, onto YouTube, onto all those ad stuffs. Plus the animation, plus the directing, plus all the writing and everything like that for $30,000. Okay, for a massive studio. Let's say a studio of 6 people. No, that's not too bad. Of 10 people. Of 10 people. Okay. Of 10 people. Okay. $30,000 to 10 people. That means this money would be divided between the 10 people, but not fairly to everyone, right? Because, the boss will get paid more because he, does more things. Okay. So 30,000 divided by 10, meaning basically everyone gets 3,000. Let's say this project takes 1 month to do. Right? Okay. So we can work this backwards. $3,000 per person. And you're working 5 days a week for 1 month. Right? So 3,000 can be divided by 4. That's 1 month. Sorry, that's per week. That's per week. So 750 per week. 750 divided by 5. That's how many days you work. You get 150 per day. And let's say you work 7.5 hours. Your hourly rate is about $20 an hour. And a big studio, if you were to join into a big studio and work for them to make this animation for a rich diamond company, you'd be being paid $20 an hour, okay? And in 1 month, you would earn $3,000 unless you were the boss, okay? Cool. Let's move with that. My pitch to a big diamond company would be, I can do what those guys can do in a quarter of the time at half the price. Right? So instead of taking 1 month to do, my team and I will get your thing done in a week. Instead of paying $30,000, you pay us $15,000. And why does this work out in the end? AUD or USD doesn't matter, Angelo. Just doesn't matter. This is just numbers for example's sake, right? It could be 30,000 rupees for all I care. It's just some random number I'm throwing out there, just as an example, right? So I'm gonna say I could get your thing done in 1 week for $15,000 instead of $30,000. Why does this work out for us? Even though it's half the price, why does it work out? Because if it's just, let's say it's just the 3 of us, it's just me, you, and Cam, for example, right? If we take 15,000 and we divide that by 3, guess how much we end up with? 5,000. In a week, right? Now let's say you use my model and we said we did it for 2 weeks and we could have a week off. And so you could basically, in 1 month, you could do 2 clients. If you did 2 clients in a month, that both pay the same amount, 10,000. 1 month. Granted, we're not all going to be paid the same. I'm gonna pay myself a bit extra because I'm organizing this entire thing. I have to get into contact. It's fair, right? So obviously, I get a little bit more. Maybe I'll take like 500 out of each and I'll get 1,000 extra, whatever, right? Yeah, you get the point. Either way, that works out at the end. So I like the math there. And of course, not everything is about money. I like money. Not gonna lie. I like money. I like looking at money. So that's cool to me. However good that money sounds, we have to ensure that we can guarantee at 110% certainty that we can absolutely achieve the same quality that a big studio can in a quarter of the time. I'm damn good at doing that. I'm fucking... My entire life has been working off of shitty products because I've got a shitty computer working on shitty old software, right? But I'm trying to do the best that I can with it in the quickest time that I can. So I'm really damn good at doing that, and I love the fact that I can do that. I want everyone else on the team to be able to do that. As long as you can make something good looking in very short amount of time, we're set, dude. We're set. Like, that would be a team that I'm looking forward to building. And I'm looking forward to impressing clients too. Like, the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is not the $10,000. I give a shit about that. Biggest thing I'm looking forward to is for a client, someone big, some Marvel, right? Let's say Marvel. Something like Marvel Stadium down over here in Melbourne. They pay $30,000 for ads, they pay $15,000 to us, and they look at our ad and it converts more sales for them. And they look at our ad, they'll be like, holy shit. Like, we're paying you half the amount of money than these guys, and you're giving us double the amount of results. You know, that's what I want to hear. A result from the client is the best thing to me. Not the, like, the $10,000 can go fuck itself. That matters so much more to me. Anyway, so that answers the questions of what type of animations we'll be making. Mainly just ads. Like, okay, you want to hear how simple it is? Think of an Apple commercial. What is an Apple commercial? Say an iPhone commercial, right? It's literally a model of an iPhone spinning in space. That's it. That's all it is. We can do that in a week. I can guarantee you we can both... I could do that in a week myself. Anzo could do that in a week himself. If we gather up together, we'll be able to make something fucking amazing. Like, together. That says, I thought you'd be interested in MMA and stuff. I'm interested in professional MMA. I'm not interested in two internet scrubs with some sort of beef on each other, trying to beat each other's heads off. Because, I don't know, I haven't seen them fight. I don't think they've got that good of a technique. I've seen KSI train with Michael Bisping, who's one of the UFC champions, former UFC champions. And he's getting tossed around. And he's just laughing. So, you know, it's not my thing. Josiah says $20 an hour is how much my old job made. If you got paid $20 an hour to work 5 days a week on an animation for diamonds and you got paid $3,000, I quit my damn job. Because that is not enough. Okay? That is not enough. I don't think animations should cost $20 an hour. Animation is a very tough skill because you spend a lot of time animating and not a lot of time seeing results. And not many people can do that. So if you're animating, I wouldn't be paying anyone $20 an hour. That was just like an example thing. I think a minimum for an animator would be around 25. That'd be the minimum. Okie dokie. Josiah did say earlier, I've been busy lately, but my motivation is low. If you have time for it, I'd love for one of your motivational speeches. Sure, man. I mean, I love talking about shit. But let me get some shit done while I'm talking. Here's what y'all missed. Because I know a lot of you guys just joined in. Let me show you guys what y'all missed. I'm going to start off somewhere around like here because you've already seen, you know, what's coming up. So here's the next shot so far. Hey, Rain is here. Here you go. Buddy, I fucking love it. Did you hear the extra sound effects I had? I did some grunts and shit. I fucking love how smoothly this flows into the next shot. And if you pay close attention, you can see that he is indeed bleeding. This is hardware render, so you can't really see it clearly. But in the final render, that's reflective, and that's like, you will see it. You will see it. Out of everything here, that's blue. You're gonna see it, right? That pops out. You got $20 an hour at a cafe. Okay. Rain says, learning animation also takes a lot of time, so $20 an hour does sound unfair. But here's the thing, dude. Rain, it all sounds unfair, and I agree that it is completely unfair. In my studio, if I end up setting up the studio in the future, and we start taking more and more people in, we start expanding, fuck me, if I have to pay someone $20 an hour, I would feel like I'm betraying them. Like, I would feel bad for them. If an intern were to join us, right, and they say, "Oh, Julian, I really love Levaslier, and I really want to work for you. I'll work for you if you pay me $20 an hour." Like, I wouldn't do that, because I as an animator myself, who spent so much time doing all this stuff, like, fuck, 25 minimum I would do, and that's not even like, that's not even a lot, because in Australia, the average earning rate of an adult doing a high-paying job, or sorry, like a median income job, not a high-paying one, like a middle-income job, is somewhere around the 30-something range, 33, 34, somewhere like that. Excuse me. Woo-hoo-wee. Excuse me. And the average annual income in Australia is somewhere along the lines of $51,000 a year for the average adult. This is regardless of gender and regardless of occupation. So just average out of all jobs, out of all genders, all ages, is 51. Sorry, not all ages, of all like 30-something year olds, right? Is like 51,000 something. Right. But yeah, if you take a look at a lot of us here, Josiah, you're about my age, right? I can't remember people's ages quite well, but as far as I'm aware, the average 19-year-old, and I am turning 20 in 3 days. The average 19-year-old earns somewhere along the lines of, I believe, I might be wrong here, because the figures might have been flipped in my head. I think it's 24,000 a year. I'm not sure. That doesn't sound right to my. I don't know. I think it's something along the lines of that. But that's the average 19-year-old. These figures are deceiving. These figures are deceiving. Why? Because so many 19-year-olds have no idea how to handle money, because school doesn't teach money, and they don't, parents don't teach them money and whatever. Fucking, what the fuck? I'm older than Rain. The fuck? What am I saying? Right? They don't. The school don't teach you money. That's something I don't like. My fucking film school taught me, all they taught me was film. Didn't teach me nothing about money. And most people end up getting these fucking lame ass jobs, right? And you hear people complaining a lot about not getting they need to raise the minimum wage. They need to raise the minimum wage because we're not earning enough. Okay. Instead of telling people to raise the minimum wage, why don't you get a better high paying job? Right? Because raising the minimum, I don't want to get too political here. Okay? If you raise the minimum wage and everyone gets paid, that means everyone gets paid an extra dollar, right? Because, okay, let's say Harry and I are working on this animation right now. Let's say the minimum wage is 20. Minimum wage, sorry, is 20 an hour. Okay, just for example's sake, it's 20. No, you know what? Let's say 10. It's just like simpler numbers, right? 10. For example, it's 10. Let's say that I work. I'm the senior animator, so I get paid 15. Right? Amazing. I get paid so much more than 10. I get paid 15. Harry, he's the junior level animator. He gets paid 10. He gets paid minimum wage. Okay. As a senior animator, my job is to do all the main animation stuff. Okay, my job is literally to do all the main animations. As the junior level, Harry's job is to fix the damn cloth because the cloth is clipping. So he has to go into every shot, and the only thing he has to do is tweak the cloth. That's it, and he gets paid $10 an hour. So, if you raise that minimum and you add $1, he gets paid $11 just to do cloth. As a senior, I'll be looking at that, I'm like, oh, so I can, you know, I all I have to do is tweak cloth, and I can get paid $11 an hour? You know, like, that's compared to what I'm doing, that's absurd. Because I spend so much time animating all these characters, and all he's doing is tweaking some cloth. That's all he's doing. He's getting paid that much money compared to me. And I spend this much more effort, and I'm getting paid that little. Like, the effort to money ratio is not the same. So I'm going to go to my boss. I'm going to say, hey, since he's getting paid $11 an hour just to do cloth, because I'm doing so much more than him, shouldn't you raise my money as well? And then my money gets raised because that makes sense. So let's say I get raised to 17 or something, right? I get raised to 17 an hour. Okay, cool. Now that I have so much money, I'm going to go down to the shops. I'm going to spend a lot of money. And the shops are going to be like, yo, everyone here who's an animator is spending so much money buying our food. We're spending so much money buying other food. We're not getting enough. And that affects the entire market. Because everyone says, why are these people spending so much money or so much effort, and we're not getting enough? So everyone wants to get up and up and up, and then you get inflation. Because everybody's spending money, or everyone's saying there's not enough money. So alternatively, instead of begging someone because you're working a minimum wage job, instead of saying, oh, I want to do my minimum wage job, can you pay me a bit more? Why don't you look at how I got to my senior animator position and work towards increasing your stature up to the senior animator position? Like that's a very simple to understand example, just because I'm using like $10, $15 and like senior and junior and whatever. In the real world, you work in a business, you got multiple jobs. You have the fucking data analyst, you've got the fucking web designer, you got the animator, you got the fucking like the fucking plumber or whatever, right? If you're working as a janitor, okay, let's say you're working as a fucking janitor getting paid minimum wage. Instead of complaining that you can't make a living out of the minimum wage doing a fucking janitor job, what skills do you have that you can use to get a higher paying job? Anybody can be a fucking janitor. You don't need a bachelor's degree in janitation to get a janitor job, right? Okay, you don't have any qualifications. What's a job that doesn't require any bachelor's degree, any sort of qualifications at all? Find something that is not paying minimum wage and apply for it. And try to get it, and then do that job. Alternatively, go back into school, learn something new. Alternatively, dive headfirst into a job that you know nothing about, but you think that you can do, and try to learn the skill that way. Because complaining about minimum wage and then raising the minimum wage is not going to help you. Because eventually it'll come back and haunt you. Because everything's going to go up in price. So you're not going to get any results in doing that anyway. But so many people think that in order to get a higher paying job, they got to start off from the very bottom, right? Oh, for me to be a senior level animator, I gotta start off as someone doing just rotoscoping. Well, that's not true. That's not true. Right? If you have very good skills in animating, and you approach an animation company and you say, hey, I'm interested in being an animator, what positions do you have open? And they say, well, how many years of experience do you have? You say, I just graduated out of uni. Okay. Well, if they say they have a rotoscoping job open that pays minimum wage, you could start there, right? You could, if that's what they say, you could start there, and you could start working your way up. Alternatively, if you have damn good, sharp-ass animation skills, and they see that, they're like, okay, a spot just opened up in the animation department. You go there. You just jump the line, because you have enough skills to do that. So, most of my friends that I know have jobs, I kid you not, I'm not going to call out anyone here. Most of my friends that I know have jobs that pay them maybe something like 10 to 13 an hour because they just graduated, or maybe they're still in school, they haven't even graduated yet, but they're working at something like McDonald's or something, they're working as a janitor, they're working as some sort of retail clerk. Either way, they're starting at the very, very, very bottom. I jumped the line. I didn't knowingly jump the line because I mean I'm just a fresh grad anyway. I didn't knowingly jump the line. I just was never aware that you had to start from the bottom in the first place. That concept is foreign to me. I didn't do that. Right? I jumped. First job I ever got, 13 years old. I was an animator for an advertisement talking about security products. I did an ad for some sort of eye sensor, like one of those security door eye sensors. That was my first one, 13 years old. And that I just jumped the line right there. I jumped from, I didn't have to do any, I wasn't doing it for anyone else. It was just a client said, hey, you do good stuff. Want to do an ad for me? Done. So, I was saying, this is, I don't know how I started this off with. Yeah, I think it was something about Rain. Yeah, Rain said animations take a lot of time and you need $20. Sounds unfair. Talking about fair pay and whatnot. Yeah, like a lot of people complain that they're not getting paid enough because they're working a shitty job that doesn't require much skills. So if you're gonna get out there and start working for some sort of legitimate company, and you know that you have the skills to be working a higher paying job, you don't have to fit into the average pool. If you get what I mean. The average 19-year-old earns something, in Australia, earns something like $24,000 annually. I believe personally, I earn double that, I think. And so I have $42,000 a year or something along the lines of that right now as a 19-year-old. And that's close to what the 30-year-olds are making at $51,000. I think it's something like that. I'm not sure. So yeah, I mean that's basically, you don't have to start from the bottom line. Is what I'm trying to say. You can cut in if you have the skills to back yourself up. You can cut in anywhere you want, except the top, because the top is barred by years of experience. And if you're just starting out, you don't have any years of experience. Anyway, went off on a fucking wild ass tangent there. Let's get back into animating. Fucking someone called me a boomer earlier. Yeah, apparently Rain is younger than me. Angelo said having the same pay with different effort would definitely have some concerns. Exactly. Yeah. And pay should be respective of effort. Pay should be okay. No. Let me take that back immediately. Pay should not be a reflection of effort. Pay should be a reflection of results. If we get an absolute fucking moron to work at my company, okay, this guy, for some, I don't know, okay, it's a mistake to hire this guy, but let's say I hired him for some fucking dumb reason. He comes in, he doesn't know what the definition of 3D is, okay, and he's using Cinema 4D to try to make something, and he makes some like shitty animation, like something that you would see from some Indian dude who's 5 years old learning Cinema 4D for the first time, and it's like his first hour, right? That's what he would make in 1 month. And you see him every day. He shows up at work and he's like struggling and he shakes his head and he's like, oh, what the fuck do I do? And he's asking a lot of questions like, how do I do it? And he makes a piece of shit in 1 month. Does that mean I should pay him more because he's working harder? No, he made me a piece of shit, right? Like, it sounds rough. It sounds rough. But if I'm gonna give that to a client, you really think I'm gonna give that to a client? No. So he's basically just wasted a month of time. I'm gonna pay him less, quite frankly. If he wanted more pay from me, he needs to figure out those skills and learn those skills before coming in. Rain has to head out. He's gonna go just finish rendering his animation. All right, see ya, Rain. Have fun doing your animation, man. So yeah, no. Pay should be a direct reflection of results, not effort. Rain did say earlier before they left, sadly those jobs that pay higher than minimum wage took 10 years of experience or something. Just exaggerating. You're talking about, yeah, the senior level jobs that earn you $51,000 a year average for a 33-year-old, those take years of experience. You're looking for something that doesn't take years of experience, and usually they will pay near the top of that average pool. See, the you know why I said that it's deceiving? The 19-year-old average wage pool, I'm pretty sure that's a median, right? So how many kids out there are working minimum wage jobs, or they're unaware that they can cut the line and they're starting from the very bottom? there are many, 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 many kids. I think the majority of kids are working, by kids I mean teens, like my age, right? Most of them are working at near the minimum wage threshold. There are only very few that are working near the higher end. Therefore, when you take the average and you take the median average, the average is gonna be nearer to the lower end, just because there's more of them. And I think the results are a bit skewed that way. I don't think that average is quite as right, because there are jobs that don't require years of experience near the top end, and I think that's what you should really be looking for the same amount of work, right? Oh, fucking my mate over in Canada, fucking Rico over at Canada. He works as a night shift security guard, right? Night shift security guard. I think he works from like 10 to 6 or something, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. He gets paid like I think he told me he got paid $33 an hour or something. That's insane. For a 20-year-old, that's insane, right? And best part is he works at a relatively safe place where there's not much trouble. He gets paid $33 an hour, basically to do fucking nothing, because it's middle of the night in a safe place. Nobody's invading. Nobody's trying to break in. Nothing. He gets paid $33 an hour. Like that's dumb. That's a dumb amount of money. You're getting paid that for nothing. Like, that's insane. But he found the trick. He just cut in. He found an opportune spot. He just jumped right in there. Angelo said earlier, sometimes you don't have to be very good at your job. Sometimes you can be mediocre, be a fun, cooperative person, and that will get you higher. That is more important than being good. That is way more important. Because, what can one person do versus what can a team of people do together? A team of people can achieve a lot more. Right? And if team morale goes down, nobody in the team is doing anything. That's bad for the team, and that's bad for production. If you get one guy in, I think this is one of the reasons my boss hired me in the first place, because I'm always very energetic and I love making people smile. See, making people happy is like one of the greatest things in the world for me. And I like to raise people's morale. And having someone who can raise other people's morale, raise the entire group's morale, is so important. So important. So even if someone's not that good at animating, if I can hire 3 people who really enjoy working with each other, even if they can't make something fantastic, like for Lev, I could go and hire some amazing animator, or I could wait for Cam to say, hey man, I'm really excited for Lev, and I love the next shot. I love this shot so much. I want to join in, and I want to help you. That's why I hired Cam, because he's excited, he's inspired, he wants to do it, and he loves Levaslier as much as I do. And that's what's more important to me. Someone who's inspired by it. Someone who really cares for the project. Josiah says not being able to handle people is a legitimate skill. Not being good, but being able to handle people is a legitimate skill. Yes. I should really try to get in this game company. I do have qualifications. You talk about Chief. Yeah. Thing is that pay has to be a reflection of effort, time, and results. Saying only results has its flaws. But it's definitely one of the things that should be way heaviest. I don't think so. That should weigh heaviest. Okay. I don't think time and effort should add into it as much. Because I think from a business standpoint, results are the only thing that matters. Because it's counterintuitive. The hourly pay thing is counterintuitive, right? Here's the thing. I've explained this before, I'll say it again. Hourly pay means that the longer you work, the more you get paid, right? That, to me, does not make sense. Why would I want to hire someone and say, oh, go take a year to finish this project? Instead of, oh, here's the thing I gotta do, get it done to me in a week. Right? I want things done fast and snappy. I want things now. And that reflects in the way that I work as well. When I do something for someone else, I get it done. Right? Like, I'm not gonna drag it out. So the shorter time it takes, that, I think, is more important. So how are you gonna pay extra for that? Like, how are you gonna quantify shortness of time? So you see, qualifying length of time is easy, because you say for every hour you get paid X amount. Qualifying shortness of time is like, oh, it took Jeff a month to do this project, and it took John a week to do this project, so we should pay John 4 times as much because he did the work 4 times faster. That doesn't make sense to me. The time thing doesn't make sense. Effort as well. Because if you're a noob animator and you struggle to do the shot that I just did for Lev, and then I'm a pro and I just do it, right? Why should you get paid more than me? Like, why? Like, just, why? Because I must have started as a noob as well. And I probably pushed through that, and I've done a lot more newbie things to get to where I am now. So if anything, I should be getting paid more because I've put more effort into it, right? Like, that to me doesn't make sense either. Let's get this thing. Yes, Angelo says don't forget to cheer yourself up as well. Was that to me? Was that to me or was that to... Oh no, Josiah says, hey, I feel you, Chief. I like cheering people up when I can't make them laugh. I'm always cracking jokes too much, perhaps. Yeah, remember to cheer yourself up as well. That is very important because it really rubs off on other people. What I don't like right now is that I'm working with a lot of people that really... You know, like, most people in the world don't really understand the way the world works. I'm not saying that I do. I'm saying that I understand probably better than most other people how I work. Like, I understand myself more than other people understand themselves. Probably. Right? The reason I can say that is just because I've done a psychology class and because I spent a lot of time alone. Because I was a big-ass loner. Right? What's happening here? So... because most people don't have this innate understanding of themselves. Remember when I talked about external and internal locus of motivations? So, for those who missed that one live stream when I talked about this, external and internal locuses of motivations are when you shift blame onto things. Let's say you... Simple example. You got an exam coming up in 5 days, and you decide to buy a new game. And you play this new game instead of studying. What's going on, Christian? And, oh, hey, Omeletto's still here. Great. Hey, I Love Pie is here. Still. Okay. Whoa, dude, everyone started commenting. What's going on, everyone? I'm just talking about external and internal locuses of motivation. This is it. Guys, if you haven't heard this before, you gotta add this to your life. Right? This is a very simple trick to change your entire life, just like Snap. Okay? It's a mindset change. I just fucking almost snapped off my finger doing that snap, man. God damn. Okay, let's say you got an exam in 5 days and you decide to buy a game like a dumbass and you play the game instead of studying. Okay, now you failed your exam. Having an external locus of motivation. Here's what you would do if you have an external locus of motivation. You would say, this damn game is so damn addictive that I couldn't focus on doing my exams. Right? Internal locus of motivation would look at that and say, oh, I probably should not have bought the game because it's the act of me buying the game, me playing the game that has led to me failing this test. Moving forward, I should not buy games right before my exam. See how you identify a problem there and you can identify a solution? Okay, let's go back to external locus. Okay. Oh, this game is too addictive, and I've been playing this game. This game was so addictive that I couldn't stop playing it. If only they made this game less addictive. Okay. Are they going to? Do you have control over that? Are you gonna make them stop making the game so addictive? Like, what are you gonna do about that? Where's the solution there? You know, like, how are you gonna fix this? There is no fix there, and that's a very simple example, but it can be applied in so many different areas. So many different areas. Like, I've been pointing it out on the Discord server as well. We have a real talk server where people talk about their problems and I try to sympathize with them and give them some solutions and whatnot. So many people just come in and they say something like, my teachers scolded me for fucking drinking soda in class. And then they blame the teacher. They're like, soda isn't even that... Let's say soda isn't even that bad. They find all the evidence to show that soda doesn't really do that much damage or whatnot, blah, 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 blah. When instead, they could be thinking to themselves, oh, I probably shouldn't be bringing soda into class. Like, okay, the solution for that is to stop bringing soda into class. There is a clear identification of a problem and then a clear solution. My methodology when approaching problems is identify the solution before you can solve it. Sorry, identify the problem. That is the first step in getting a solution, is to identify a problem. Most people falsely identify the problem. And that's what's going on if you have no idea how to look at, like, if you don't have a good understanding of yourself, that's a problem that you run into, right? And that's what this is what I'm about to talk about. Machinima Hub hit 100 views. That's great, man. Jaws says, "Hey, still goes to show that you earned the man's trust." Oh, Angelo. Oh, as Angelo's mod. Yeah. I mean, it show up frequently for a long period of time, and I trust you enough to make you a mod, man. It's great, and you do help a lot on the channel. Okie dokie. So now we have the Cyclops setup, and we're an hour in. I probably won't be streaming for over 2 hours today. Just because I mainly wanted to talk about the future of the channel today. That's mainly it. So yeah, Angelo, let's look at January as potentially a place where we could start doing. We'll spend a week together, and we'll make a fake advertisement for Apple, and we're gonna call the product Pear. Okay. We're gonna make the first iPair phone. Okay.
You should do orange, honestly.
No, Pear is an inside joke. Pear is an inside joke. You know, I don't know if you remember, but I made a movie about I made a sci-fi movie, and in the background were these like skyscraper buildings, right? Like futuristic sci-fi buildings. And on one of the sci-fi buildings, I put like a Pear logo on there with a bite taken out of it. So that's an inside joke with a lot of my friends. It's fucking Pear company.
Okay.
Yeah. What's going on, A&M this? Welcome back to the live stream. We're talking about the future plans of TeamWnJ in 2020, and we're gonna do some an animated. We're gonna do a proper animation studio. So I just shared a bit of our plans for that. Besides, as a last, my frequent arrivals have waned due to my life. It makes sense, man. By the way, Angelo, you said you were Josiah. You said you were you wanted to hear a motivational speech from me. Is it just going to be a motivational speech, or are you going to do something about it, though? Like, what are you going through right now? Let's fix that.
Oh shit, he getting serious.
What now?
Nothing.
Did you just picture me with like the Saitama serious face?
Yes.
Hey, have you guys seen the new Saitama game? Sorry, the new One Punch Man game? I think it's in beta or something, and people are testing it. And you can play as Saitama, and Saitama
It's still
legitimately
in
one punches
beta?
people.
Doesn't one punch himself though.
Yeah, the only person he doesn't one punch is himself. So if you have two Saitamas fighting each other, that's the only possible fight that can beat Saitama. Because no other player can do damage to Saitama.
Imagine, a depressing Saitama going, "I'm gonna punch myself."
If Saitama punches himself, is he weak or is he strong?
No, mentally weak, physically strong.
No. Okay, let's say he punches himself.
Yeah.
Does he fly? Or does he stay still? And nothing happens. Okay, so if he stays still, is his punch weak? And then if he flies, is he weak? Like, what's going on here? Yeah, Rip Tesla asked if there's a one. Yeah. It just came out. It's in beta right now. Some people are complaining because here's how Saitama works. Saitama will come in when a timer runs out. So when the match starts, there will be like a 200-second timer where you have to survive against the enemy player, and then once that 200 seconds are up, then Saitama will come in. And you can perform special moves to cut down that timer to get Saitama in earlier. And each player has 3 characters that they can choose from. So if you have Saitama, you're basically playing with 2 characters. You have that disadvantage. You're completely missing one entire character. But the problem that some people have discovered are that if you play a fast-moving character like Speed of Sound Sonic, right? If you play that character and all you do is run for 200 seconds and you just flee from battle for 200 seconds, Saitama will come in. And if the opposition doesn't have Speed of Sound Sonic, it'll be a pain in the ass for them to catch up to you. So that is a way of stalling the game until you get Saitama. Because once you get Saitama in, it's game over. He's just one-punched everyone. So I think there's a bit of balancing that needs to happen there. Also, I heard that Deep Sea King is overpowered. Because I think Deep Sea King can in one single combo, he can take your health from 100 down to like 40% in one attack.
Oof.
Yeah. And you can repeat the combo over and over.
Oof.
Yeah. That's what I heard. But it is in beta, so it's good that they're releasing it to playtest first. I think that's probably one of the smartest moves in gaming history. That's a high brain move. Enzo says, "Oh, you're talking about the fighting game, right? Yeah, 1 minute wait for Saitama to come. It's not 1 minute. It's not 1 minute. 1 minute is 60 seconds. It's 200 something seconds." Josiah says, "Okay, so basically I have a bunch of video clips I need to work on, but I keep getting distracted by all sorts of stuff. I know I can push myself to work on stuff, but I better work after freshly hearing from you telling your usual speech that helps me do that. I always feel mega motivated after you do one of your speeches." Thanks. That sounds good. That sounds good. That makes me feel good. Yeah. I'll get back to you in a second. Angelo says he did slap himself in the face. He did slap himself in the face because of the mosquito. But he didn't break his own head. So is his head strong or is his hand weak?
Head strong.
Strong head. Oh, you thought his punches were strong? His hand couldn't break his head. Imagine if he headbutts someone, man. Jesus. Imagine if he headbutts someone and he leaves like an imprint of his face in the guy's body.
Oh fuck.
and imagine if he doesn't kill the guy.
Literally
so now the guy has to
deforms
live
the
with Saitama's face embedded into his chest forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, nice Saitama face tattoo.
Yeah, it's 3D, man. Look at the amount of detail there.
It's people. I got people cards my meat and shit.
Zai says, "I hear a lot of people complaining about the concept, but I really like the face of the original show." I agree. I think that One Punch Man, if he doesn't One Punch people, people would be way more angry. Way more angry. Because as a One Punch Man game, I think it should be faithful to the original show. It should be funny, and it shouldn't be too competitive. It should just be taken lightheartedly. If it were to be competitive, you just ban like Saitama. That's it. Angelo says, "Imagine making One Punch Man game without Saitama, lol." Yeah. Imagine that. It would be so bad if they made the game where Saitama doesn't One Punch people and he can get knocked out. Like, he can get knocked straight out, flatlined onto the ground. That's just not realistic. Saga Agent says dab. Why are you telling me to dab? Tell what Saitama to dab. If Saitama were to dab, he'd probably break the moon just doing that. Oh, are you talking about the 2-minute strategy, Josiah? Yeah, the 2-minute strategy will work, man. That have to work. Yeah. You can try it. Strangely enough, after I discovered the 2-minute strategy, I haven't needed to use it. Yeah, so far I've just been getting to work and I've just been doing it. Like, I haven't had any trouble going. I mean, I just finished going through a burnout period, so I think I'm on the rise right now. I'm feeling pretty good. I haven't needed to use that quite yet. Let me know how it goes, man, Josiah. Like, I want to see if that technique is universal. Just keep trying it until it does work, and then from that point onwards, it's like, see how it goes. One stamp, man. One headbutt man. Dude, I was just editing the Glowstone Portal into one big movie, and there was this one scene where I like held down my macro and I kept on punching this one zombie. I think Angela or someone commented, several punch man. Hang on, let's find a good camera angle.
Man.
Hey, what now?
2-punch man.
It wasn't 2 punch, it was like 1600 punches, man.
Weak.
Weak man. Weak bones man. Need some milk man. Okay, hang on a second. Before I read any of the comments, I gotta plan out the next camera angle. Okay. Because here's what he's gonna do. I'm gonna try to act it out, but I don't have enough space right now, right? But imagine this. Right now, if I am Arkosh, I'm in this position where I've got the sword behind me in one hand, and I've got my other hand down, because I've just finished landing, and I slid back a little bit. Now I'm going to look upwards at the Cyclops. The Cyclops will now charge at me, and its blade arm, which is the right hand, is going to chop downwards. So what I'm going to do is take a step out this way. So I'm going to take out, if you look at the screen where my mouse is, he's going to take a step that way, right? And the Cyclops is going to charge in. He'll jump out this way, and then I'll swing the sword, and I'll miss, right? So how am I going to get, because the Cyclops is pretty big, and so I'm going to have to capture the sword, the swing from the Cyclops, as well as Arkosh moving at the same time, and then going in for the swing, and then getting picked up and thrown. So, ooh, that's a pretty complex for the camera. I don't think a static camera will work for that one. I wish Eric was here because he's a cameraman. He's a better cameraman than I am. This might work. Oh, okay, this might work. If I start from a low angle, I could potentially start like this. Have the Cyclops charge in from there and attack the screen. Have Arkosh jump out to the side. Right? Okay. Let's start like this and do it one at a time. So I'm going to start the camera here. Low angle actually works in my favor, because having that guy chop in is going to be pretty nerve-wracking, I think. Snatchbrex says, Arkosh needs dual wielding. What's going on, Snatchbrex? I don't think I've ever seen you on the stream before, Snatchbrex. But just from seeing what you said, I think that you've watched the prologue. What do you think, man? Thank you so much for joining the stream. He doesn't dual wield in this one because there's a lore reason for this. If we take a look at it, guys, you can go into Levaslier Wiki. So I'm pretty sure if you Google Levaslier Wiki, you'll be able to find it. Yeah, here you go. So if you search up Levaslier Wiki, you can click on here, go to Levaslier Wiki. And you can learn the lore reason why he can't use that sword. At least I think I've already written it here. If you go through his abilities, Arkosh's weapons of choice are his Materium, Sword, and Dagger. That's what you see in the profile, and that's also what you see him using in the Assault on Dire Shield. However, he also has a great sword named Windshear, which is made out of ferronium. So if you take a look at the details here, that is just Dwarven metal, ferronium, and Materium. I've explained every single thing here. I haven't written... No, okay, I'm missing this little bit here. I'm missing a little bit of information here, right? Wait, Snatchbag says I'm the guy who wrote down the lyrics of the Fear song? Okay, well, okay, hang on. I thought you were the actual singer. You got me confused for a second. Nah, dude, so many people wrote the lyrics, but yes. Yes, I think I do remember, because I've been going through a lot of those comments. Yeah, I do remember. It's missing on this page, so I'm gonna add it probably after the stream ends, right? Dwarven metal works like this. Materium is the purest form of Dwarven metal. That's the blue thing. This is Arkosh's Materium, Sword, and Dagger, right? That's completely Materium. Materium is pure Dwarven metal. It is the rarest material. And it's very hard. It's hard and it's light. Just like, compare the hardness to something like titanium, and compare the lightness to something like aluminium, right? As vice versa, the most common form of Dwarven metal is cupromium. Cupromium consists of 1% of Materium. Everything else is just other types of metal added together. So if you were to use a process called compression and you compressed cupromium, you would be able to extract 1% of that materium. And that 1% of materium, that's what you call ferronium, right? Within that tiny 1%. That little chunk that you get through compression, that ferronium, consists of 10% materium, right? In there is 10%. And to further get that 10% out, you would have to compress the ferronium again. And so it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort to get a pure materium weapon. What's missing here is the fact that when materium comes in contact with human blood, it will start degrading back into cupromium. Right? And you would have to go through a process called purification to get all the shit out of the now rusty, it's like rust. Think about it like how water affects iron. Blood affects materium the same way. You'd have to purify it to get all the shit off of the materium to get a pure materium sword back. In the prologue, we see Arkosh slashing everyone down with his materium sword and dagger, right? That means his materium sword and dagger, they're a bit rusty. To damage the Ender, now we call it the Corrupted. To damage the Corrupted, you have to use something that is materium. So cupromium only has 1% of materium in it, so you could use it against the Corrupted. However, it's not going to do much because it's only 1%. Ferronium has 10% of it, which gives it enough materium to do some damage. Materium will do the most amount of damage to the Corrupted, and it will stop them from recovering as well. So if you chop off one of the arms of a Corrupted with a materium weapon, it will no longer be able to grow that arm back. If you use a Ferronium one, you can chop it off, but it'll grow back sooner or later. Cupromium, you can probably hack it off after a few times. A regular weapon will not do anything to the Corrupted. However, a rusty Dwarven Metal weapon will not do anything either. Or will have the same effect as if you have no, it's not gonna have any effect because the rustiness is on the outside. So all the rustiness is on the outside. It's blocking all the materium. So you won't be able to cut through any of the corrupted flesh. Therefore, right now in lore, the reason he's using Wind Shear is because Wind Shear was built for the single purpose of fighting the corrupted and nothing else. Therefore, Wind Shear has never touched human blood before, and it can be used against the corrupted. And this is made of ferronium. The blade itself here is made of ferronium because it's cheaper to get than materium. The golden stuff here, this is cupromium. There you go. Angelo says, were you inspired by the Dwarven Ingot in Skyrim? Kinda, but kinda not, because Dwarven Ingots in Skyrim are inspired by the dwarves' mythology, whereby the dwarves are miners and they deal with metalwork a lot. So, yes and no, kind of? Josiah says, so does that mean that Arkosh is using the weapons most suited for attacking his own arms? There will be a page on that. There will be a page on that. Josiah says, also repeat, because I think you missed, 2-minute strategy. I have no idea what you're talking about. I was meaning that's how long Saitama takes to arrive. Oh, you don't know about the 2-minute strategy? Okay. How did you miss the 2-minute strategy? Okay. Saitama doesn't take 2 minutes to arrive. No, Saitama takes about 280 seconds to arrive. 280 divided by 60. Or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was 240 or something divided by 60. That sounds a bit better. Yeah, it takes him, on default, it should take him, I think 240 seconds to arrive. That's what I saw, at least. Or was it 220 or something? I know it started with a 2. Because you can shave those numbers off. The game intentionally put it at a high number because it wants you to pull off these moves to cut down the Saitama timer to get Saitama in earlier. Instead of avoiding. Because if all you do is avoid, the round only takes, let's say the Saitama timer is 4 minutes. The round will take 4 minutes 30 seconds. And so if you get Saitama at 4 minutes, you only have 30 seconds to wipe out the opposing team. Basically. The matches go for 240 seconds, don't they? Yeah, okay, yeah. If the matches go for 240, then I think the timer for Saitama is like 220 or 230 or something. I don't know. Either way, the game designed it so that you're not supposed to stall. Like, you're not supposed to run away. However, that still works. Because when people try to chase you and they get close enough to attack, you know they're gonna attack, so you just dodge. And then you get a perfect counter. And then that cuts down like 9 seconds on your timer or something. So, like, some balancing needed there. Anyway, to answer your question about the 2-minute strategy. Hang on. Before I go into that, you did say something like, fuck my ear. Something about the arm slamming down? Somebody said something? I'm not sure who said what. Okay, Josiah said, show the arm coming down behind Arkosh. Then cut in front to Arkosh the moment he dodges in slow-mo. Then back to the angle that has both. I see what you're getting at. You mean starting the camera somewhere like here, having the thing cut through, and then during the cut you could transition to the front of him jumping out of the way here, and then going back to an angle possibly somewhere here where you could slash back. I see what you're getting at. I'll consider that as a thing, because I like the transition there where you could have him cut and then jump out of the way and then switch back to the front and then have him still going out the same way. I quite like that. But I think I'm going to animate with this angle first just because I can see what's happening a bit clearer. Anyway, the 2-minute strategy. 2-minute strategy is a method to counteract procrastination. But it only works, from what I can remember, it only works for secondary tasks. So here's what that means. You've got a primary task, right? A primary task is something that's important that would affect your life. Something like homework, actual work, studying, some sort of like article where you would get paid, right? Something that you need to live. That's a really important thing. Okay. Then the unproductive shit is playing video games without earning any money from it. So just like randomly playing video games, going out drinking, just whatever fucking shit that you do just to have some fun, and you don't plan to earn money from it, you don't want to earn money from it, you just do it for fun, right? That's all the stuff you put on the side. That's the third level stuff. First level stuff is important. Third level stuff is the bullshit. Most people, when they procrastinate and they don't want to study, what they do is end up doing the third thing. However, there is a middle ground. There is a second thing, like the second tier stuff. So, let's say it's a new skill you want to learn, right? As an example, I don't know if you can apply this to Josiah. Let's say, for example, that the thing that you want to do is learn Japanese. That is not waste of time. That's a skill that you want to learn that could be useful, right? And that is also not something that would save your life. Like, it's not on the top of your priority list, so it's somewhere in the middle. Every single time you don't feel like doing the important shit, right? And you just want to go do the third tier shit and waste your time. Instead, spend 2 minutes doing the second tier stuff. Here's what that does for you. Because you're spending 2 minutes doing something, you're going out of your way to do something that is at the second level, right? So you don't want to study. You know for a fact that you don't want to study. Also, you know that you want to be more productive. You think to yourself, oh, I'm unproductive, I'm being lazy. I don't want to go playing video games. What do I do? Okay. I want to learn Japanese, right? Okay, so that's your second level stuff. You do that. You do it for 2 minutes. Why? Maybe you don't want to do it. Maybe you don't want to do it. You just don't feel like doing anything. Right? It's just one of those that you don't feel like doing anything. You don't want to study, you don't want to go play games. You don't want to do Japanese stuff. If you spend 2 minutes doing the Japanese stuff and learning Japanese for 2 minutes, you've went out of your way to do that for 2 minutes. So what are you going to do? Stop after 2 minutes? Like, oh, I've learned Japanese today. 2 minutes of it. No, you're not going to do that. So the second you get into it, because you've already been doing it for 2 minutes and you went out of your way intentionally to do this for 2 minutes, your brain's going to be like, well, I'm already doing it, so I'm just going to keep doing it. That's why the 2 minute strategy works. That from what I heard, that works for second tier level stuff. I don't know if it works for first tier level stuff, because I personally haven't employed it too much yet. I did use it to get into the Japanese study thing. But then recently I've just been animating a lot, and that's like one of my first tier stuff. So I haven't really had to use it yet. However, that does make you more productive, because you're doing something. You're doing something that's a functional and it's an actual skill that you can learn from. And at least from experience, if I'm doing something, if I'm learning Japanese and I'm really into learning Japanese, and I feel accomplished at the end of the day, if I can learn if I can memorize the entire page of hiragana in a day, right? If I can get that accomplished, I'll feel good for the day, and I'll feel good, and I'll be done, right? That's it. That's all I'm gonna do for the day. That's good. I'm done. And then I'll leave, and I'll go to sleep or whatever. The next day I wake up. Okay, now do I feel motivated to do my first level stuff? Okay, if I do, great. If not, I'll just go back to doing whatever, and then I'll move on. And at least I'm doing something productive. I'm not wasting my time. And if you do the 2-minute thing, and you're like, I've been doing this Japanese stuff for 2 minutes, but I really can't be bothered to do this. Like, I just can't. That's fine. But you can't do it again. You have to leave it there for the rest of the day. Right? That's it. You don't do that. You just don't do the thing. You go find something else to do. Right? Today's just not cutting out for you. Just don't do it. Don't try to force yourself through the 2 minutes if you're not feeling it. Just don't do it. Next day, try again. Just find one of those days where you can actually kick in, because 2 minutes is honestly not going to do you much. The intention of the 2-minute strategy is to get you to keep on doing it. And by starting it and by keeping on doing it, that's where you learn something good. And the results are what matters here. You actually learning the skill is what matters here. Angelo says make an appointment. You mean schedule? Like, schedule things to... I don't really like that, because I don't follow schedules too well myself. And it's like, here's my problem with schedules. I can set one fine, and I can probably follow it fine for the first 5 days. And then afterwards, if I missed one day, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, I missed a day. Oh well. And then I'll be like, oh, whoops, I missed another day. Oh well. And then I'm gonna be like, oh, since I missed 2 days, I'm gonna have to spend a day catching up. I don't want to catch up. Catching up is not on my schedule. Guess I'm not gonna do it. And then it keeps on piling up, and you get thrown more and more off whack to your damn schedule that you set for no reason, that you only followed for 5 days. I don't like that. Also, if something unexpected comes in and interrupts my schedule, even if I don't miss a day, if something comes in and interrupts my schedule, having a schedule that's not flexible is not good. And I just don't... I'd rather just keep everything open and flexible. Because adapting is probably something more useful than a set schedule. Inktober summarized. Yeah, you're gonna make one render a day. Sure, nice. And by the way, yeah, you know, I did make a YouTube schedule, right? I do have a YouTube schedule where I have to post weekly, and I was following that fine for about 2 weeks. But the same problem happened with that schedule, in that something unexpected happened, which was the fact that Lev episode 1 wasn't made. That was completely unexpected. And then the second thing was PewDiePie. So those two came in and just like threw everything off whack, and I'm still recovering from it now. That's why I'm not posting weekly yet. Josiah says, what about to-do lists? Sure, but only short-term stuff. And you have to set a time to do that. If you set a to-do list for here's what I'm going to do today, tomorrow, and the week after, that's not going to work. Your to-do list has a set beginning and end. And it should only contain such short-term tasks that you can complete it within a few hours. At work, I have a to-do list. And I have reminders on my to-do list, right? Right now I'm extremely busy at work. I've got 7 new clients to work for, and so on my to-do list I have get this one done, get that one done, get that one done, get that one done, and then after I finish that, and they have a set deadline as well. Once I hit that deadline, I switch it to like check the sky after a week or something. But most of the tasks on that to-do list are to be done today. And once they're done, I edit it, and I'm like, okay, that's for tomorrow. Not looking at that. Next. I'll never put a to-do list of stuff that I'm gonna do. Like, I'm never gonna make a to-do list of stuff that I have to do. Period. What I will do is set a list of stuff that I have to do by the end of March, say for example. So, yeah, list must have a deadline. Harry, an alien came through on your end for a second.
What?
Yeah, your mic just went like, really? For about a second there. Yeah. Yeah. Angelo says, by the way, please do what? Huh? What? I had a stroke, sorry. By the way, please do upload all the skins on the website. Definitely will help, all the Lev character skins. Sure. Where should I put that? I'll probably put that on a wiki or something. Yeah, I'll probably put that on a wiki or something. Wait. Hang on. The Lev... Do you know how broken the Lev character skins are? Cause, I remember when we were doing... Oh, by the way, guys, I should redo the animated, trailer thing. Sorry, I should redo the animated, Discord thumbnail thing. Because our Discord server right now is on level 1. So, theoretically, we could make an animated profile picture for the server again. I could make the competition for that again. Maybe this time I'll actually make the reward Discord Nitro. Like like free Discord Nitro if you win the competition. I could do that. I'll just have to get to doing it. But because there's a lot of stuff not right now. I'm too overwhelmed with stuff right now to be able to start another contest. But yeah. When I first did that, everyone was complaining that the alpha channel was broken. Dude, it does not affect the cinema models, and nobody plays with these skins, so I didn't bother fixing any of it. What happened to his foot? Oh. Chief.
Sounds like something funny happened. Jeef?
Jeef.
Oh shit!
What happened?
Sorry. A dragon.
In Dishonored? The fuck?
No. I'm playing Skyrim.
Oh, okay. Which part of Dishonored is that? By the way, guys, have you I don't know how into first-person shooters you guys are. Have you any of y'all looked into the new Modern Warfare game? Cause I'm surprisingly into it. I really like it. Like, I just really like it. And it goes, I think the alpha thing was because you're using a Mac. No. Here's what happened with the alpha thing. If you're in Cinema 4D and you create a new channel, right, and you give it like a transparent texture, I don't think I'll be able to recreate it. If you give it a transparent texture in the alpha channel, if you give it a transparent texture in the color channel, and then you close off Cinema 4D and you reopen it, what's gonna happen is the transparent texture is gonna get fucked, and it's going to fill in with random shit. Angelo just wrote, imagine playing Dishonored and a dragon suddenly appears. Bethesda, what have you done?
It's a crossover event.
Not in the okay, Josiah ain't in the shooters. I haven't looked into it. Okay. What I like about it, particularly single player, because I don't really play many multiplayer games, right? The single player campaign story, I think it ended horribly, but like it was very clearly setting up a sequel, and it also ended with fan service upon fan service. That's it. And I don't like how loose the ending was, and the fan service it just wasn't good. But the main story itself took what we're used to in games, in shooter games where you're in the military and you're just shooting up terrorists, like, and you don't really care about the enemy, you're just killing them and you're moving on to the next level, right? That's what most shooters are. This one changes it. This one changes up the formula. I like the way that it does it, because it causes controversy, and it causes people to discuss what war is really about. This game is more focused on the terrors of war, more so than the actual aspect of gunning people down. What I mean by that is in the first few missions, maybe the first 3 missions, right? First thing you get is a terrorist attack on London, and there's car bombs and suicide bombers everywhere, and it blows this fuck up, and you're just an officer, and you know you have to repel the terrorists as best you can. And at some point you hear that there are people trapped inside a building. You go inside the building, and you meet a Captain Price, who's the leader of the SAS, right? The SAS are the Special Ops of England. And so you bust into this building, and then you see a dude with a suicide vest on, and you rush over to him, and the Prices are like, can you help him? And you bend over, you see like a padlock, you're yanking on the padlock, it doesn't come off. You see a timer, and you look at the timer, it says 6 seconds, and it starts counting down 6, 5, and you're like, oh, what the fuck do I do? As a player, you're like, oh, there must be a quick time event or something that we can save this guy. Nope. 5, 4, 3. Price says no time, picks the dude up, throws him off the building. Boom, he's dead. That's one of the first few missions. That doesn't make you feel good. It makes you feel like shit. But it doesn't make you feel like that's bad. Right? Like, that's terrible, don't get me wrong. That is absolutely terrible. And the realistic graphics don't help in that either. That's so real. So realistic. But at that moment, you understand what this game is really about. You understand that it's not about shooting people. You're about to see what war might really feel like. Like, what a real terrorist event might feel like. As real as it can get. Right there. Because right before that guy dies, right before that guy gets blown up, he's a civilian, by the way. Right before he dies, he's like, get me out of this, I want to see my daughter, I want to go home, and I want to see my wife. And you just yeet him off a building, and he blows up. That's it, you couldn't save him. That's the reality of it. And you see that, you're like, oh shit. Like, oh shit, that's bad. Like, that's, it's done so well that it's bad. And that's one of the first missions. And because no other game is able to do that, I don't think, is able to show war in such a way. Maybe there is this one game, I forget the exact name of it. I think it's Spec Ops: The Line. That also does it very well. But those games, I think are important to society. Just because we can rethink like what exactly is going on in these games. I think those are important. Josiah, imagine playing Modern Warfare and a dragon suddenly appears. Jesus Christ.
An AC-130 is probably the closest.
Could you imagine if the fucking like U.S. Army decided to fucking add a cosplay onto the AC-130, turn it into a dragon, fly over a terrorist nation, they'd be like, what the fuck is that?
So instead of being the most stealthy fucking airstrike, it becomes the most like flamboyant dragon airstrike. Fucking.
You know, everyone's so busy weaponizing nukes. We weaponize dragons. Biological warfare. Angelo says it's not Modern Warfare, but damn, I just tried OCD in phone. What? Oh, COD.
Huh?
COD. Sorry, I read COD in the OCD. My bad.
OCD.
Man, it was. I think I have ADHD, man. Jesus. No, I have AC-130. That's what I have. Man, it was fun. I only played it moderately because it'd be damn addicting. You want another addicting game? The original Modern Warfare. Play the original Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 4. Fuck, that's good. That's the game we played at school. When we were growing up. Fuck, that's addicting.
Yeah.
We didn't even go to the same school.
We
Harry
weren't
and I,
even
both
playing in
played
the
it.
same school.
Andre, I'm gonna be streaming for 2 hours today. Josiah says a modern shooter where you go against fantasy monsters. Yeah, that's an anime. That is an anime. It's
Gate.
What? Gate, right?
Gate.
Yeah, Gate. I'm not sure what you said there, because I think you lagged out or something. I have to watch the replay. But from what I heard like get P. Like what's
Get P. What the fuck?
Get P. Anzo says ADHD is a sequel for OCD. What would that stand for? Something high definition. No, ADHD is a sequel of AD. What does AD stand for? After death.
No, ADD. ADD.
ADD? What's ADD? Oh, no, I know what ADD is. I mean, like, if it was a video game.
Yeah. Okay. Additional.
I got a joke. Okay, you go. I got
Yeah.
I got one.
You got one? I'm still thinking.
Okay. It's not related, but okay. If ADD is the main game, the prequel to ADD is SUBRACT. I don't know how many of you guys got
Kill
that.
yourself. Kill yourself.
And don't forget the sequel. MULTIPLY. That's a sequel.
And then the final. DIVIDE.
Isn't that a Ubisoft game? Oh, turns out the Ubisoft game is the fourth game in this series.
Crossover confirmed. HD remaster with all 4 games confirmed.
Bundle. Fuck! I spelled subtract wrong. I spelled subtract into subtract. Additional Dunkin' Donuts. Wait, Josiah says I haven't seen it. I just heard that it was bad. What are you talking about? Wait, hang on. Oh, Gate. Yeah. There's another one. I don't know what.
Gate wasn't bad. Gate wasn't bad.
Yeah, I heard that Gate wasn't bad. Oh, by the way, do you guys want me to play horror games? Is anyone interested in me playing horror games? Because I quite like watching horror games. I feel like I could make a few horror game videos, and it won't be big horror game stuff. Because you know I like indie games way more than AAA games. And I've discovered a whole bunch of new indie games in the horror genre that I really like especially like some of them are a bit retro or they're like 8-bit style, and I quite like those as well. Ooh, excuse me. I don't know how many people would be interested in me playing those. I just feel like I have some fun with them. But again, I don't want to, especially heading into 2020, I don't want to waste time on doing things that aren't going to really help the channel. Like, because Levaslier is really important, and to sustain Levaslier, I do have to do things that help grow the channel. So I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I like how fake you are.
How what?
Just things. I like how fake you are with just things.
Yeah, I mean, it has to. I have to be flexible. I'm looking. I'm looking for the
True.
next trend. Looking like somewhere around. I think in around like in like March or something. Something's gonna trend. I don't know what it'll be, but I have a feeling. And whatever that is, I'm gonna try to make a video on that. And then that's gonna be like one of those short boosts that are gonna get me up like 1,000 subs or something.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
Imagine there is no trend anymore.
I don't know why. I just imagined. You know this one song that's like. Fuck, I don't remember the tune.
Yeah.
But it's like. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na. It's a song that goes something like that. I just imagine that.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I just imagine that song
I remember
playing
that
over
song
what you
being
just said,
fucking like.
and it would start playing over our conversation, and then at one point you're gonna say like, "Imagine there's just no more trends," and it would hit to like the maximum like overclock volume, da na 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 na, and then like the picture's gonna flash up of your face. This man just ended all trends. Trends rate goes down to 0%. Somebody make that. Somebody fucking make that. Oh, fuck. I don't know why I just popped into my head, man. I thought that was funny.
Would have been funny if I was face camming with you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. This man just ended
all trends. There's a graph showing trends rates going like past 0. It goes through the chart.
0. Yeah.
Oh, what's going on here? Today in the Levaslier Production Diary, I've spent 2 hours animating fucking nothing. Good to know.
Huh?
I spent 2 hours animating fucking nothing, but that's good to know.
Nice.
That's fine. I'll catch up. It's fine. Okay, we got 9 minutes. Okie dokie. Josiah says, if you're into indie horror games, I have a suggestion for you and Harry. I remember seeing this game that was specifically for 2 players. I don't remember what it's called. Hey, thanks. That's very helpful, Josiah. Glad you were able to share this game with us. Yes, a co-op indie horror game specifically designed for me and Harry that you don't know the name of. Thanks, Josiah. Really appreciate the tip. We're definitely gonna make a video on that one.
What are we gonna make a video
on a co-op horror game that Josiah does not know the name of. Yes. Very helpful. Thank you.
Okay. Thinking.
That could be like anything, man. You won't be able to get it.
Yeah, true.
Okay, Josiah finally got the name. He's shouting at me now. Okay. We were here and we were here too. Okay, let me Google that up. We were here. This is what my Google shows. Oh, it's on Steam, and it's got 9 out of 10 on Steam. Okay, let me go on Steam, mute the site real quick. Oh, let me not play that, because I'm going to copyright strike. Oh, it's free as well? Okay. Is it a 3D game? Oh, jeez, okay. Cool, cool.
Oh, geez.
I'll look more into it after the stream ends. But thanks for the tip. Thank you for the tip. Angelo says, you mean the game called Life? Is there actually a game called Life, or was that Angelo making a joke talking about life? Also, Harry, do you remember when Steam offered an 80% discount on the game called Everything?
Yeah.
And they had to clarify that on Twitter by saying, just to make sure, this is an 80% discount on the game called Everything, not, everything.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
So, Cyclops comes in like that. Camera angle is not good. Oh, no! The camera
You're not good.
Sorry, what now?
You're not good.
Ouch. Itai. Itai desu yo! Josiah says, I think the sequel We're Here to costs money. Okay, here's what we'll do. If people are interested in us playing that game, I'll make it. And then, if the monetization money for the video that we made on We Were Here earns enough money that I can buy We're Here too, then I'll do it. But if it doesn't earn me enough money, then that means I won't be able to move forward with that. Not yet, at least, because right now, we're just not in a position to do that. Oh, we're here together. Oh, okay. More games. Cool. We could do more SCP videos as well if people are interested in that. Just because, I mean, we didn't get that.
Yeah.
I think we got 1/3 of views on the SCP stream. I can't just say that as a blunt fact because Halloween people go out and celebrate Halloween, so there could be a reason for that. But I did have a lot of fun playing SCP, and I would love to do it again with you guys and record a video of it. It sounds really, it's just really fun. Josiah, if you wanted to live stream it, let us know. We'll hop on to one of your live streams.
What's your moment in the SCP stream?
Hey, what'd you say?
What's your moment in the SCP stream?
What's my moment? What do you mean?
On Halloween. Yeah, like your best moment.
I think, what was my best moment? I didn't have much trouble killing them as an SCP. And I escaped the SCPs multiple times without much of a problem. Like I nuked Josiah twice. I think I got 3 nukes off, but Josiah walked out 1 time.
What was he? The one time out? Peanut?
No, he was 106, so he just phased through.
Oh,
I did not survive against Peanut at all. I think the biggest highlight for me was this is the big. So Josiah has the biggest highlight. Josiah stole the show. I wish Josiah had recorded it. Here's what happened to Josiah. He pissed off Shy Guy. When we were together.
Right.
Josiah and I were survivors. Angelo was Shy Guy.
Yep.
We go, oh fuck. So we go separate ways. I hide, and Josiah's never to be seen again. I'm like, oh fuck, he killed Josiah. He killed Josiah. I gotta get out of here. Josiah's the only one with the key card. I gave him a gun as well, right? He got a black card. I'm like, oh fuck, I got nothing. So I quickly found another card. And then as I'm running through the facility saying, oh fuck, Josiah's dead, Josiah pops out. I'm like, he's alive! And he's like, Chief! Tell me you found the gate! So we found the gate, okay? So I did find a gate. So I led him to the gate, and we got into the lift or something. As we go down, I forget exactly what happens. I think I went down, and then he probably got stuck in the lift with Shy Guy.
Oh.
And then he pissed Shy Guy off again inside a lift. I think that's what happened. And then Josiah pulls out a fucking pistol, spams left kick, goes bang, 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 wins the match and kills SCP-096 with a pistol.
Wow.
What the fuck? How does that happen? How did he do that? How did he kill him with just a pistol, nothing else? To kill that 1 magazine. Bang, 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 done. That's it. Game over. We win. I'm like, what happened? I don't know how he did it, but he fucking did it. That stole the show, I think. My biggest moment was I was Shy Guy. I ended up in light containment. As I exit the lift, Angelo was right there. And I turn around and I send my lift down. And Angelo's calling his lift up. He sees me, goes, oh fuck, he runs away. I see his lift come up, so I walk up to his lift and I send his lift down when he's not into it. And he's just about to walk into it, I send his lift down. He slams into the lift door, couldn't get in. And I hear him on voice chat. He goes, ah! And he walks away. He walks away and he triggers me as he runs away. And then they both got fucked. Okay, so Josiah caught him on the corner of the gate. Yeah, I don't know how you killed him. It was fucking magical. Oh, we hit our timer. Okay. I'm not gonna go over 2 minutes this time. Because we had a really good stream. Whoops, shit.
40 years ago.
Sorry, what now? Just to clarify, he said vigilance of Stendar, but I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who heard vegetables. So I just want to clarify that. Hey, Josiah, Angelo, y'all wanna? Do you wanna play SCP right after I finish the stream? Just for like a few minutes, and we could record it. I'm gonna say that now, and I don't know when you guys can respond because we do have a bit of a delay. Harry, you up for it? A little bit of SCP after I end the stream. We could record it. Okay. Cool. Let's see if Eric is interested as well. Okay. Well, I'll leave you guys to respond, because I gotta rush to the bathroom as well. Thank you everyone for joining the stream. I hope you enjoyed. I know we didn't get much animation done today, but I really wanted to get my thoughts of 2020 off my chest. And maybe I can get you guys thinking about what's gonna happen in 2020 as well. Right now is a good time to start thinking. We're in November, heading into December. It's gonna come real soon. What's gonna happen in 2020, guys? If you run a YouTube channel, you know what's your next goals? What are you gonna make? How much money are you gonna make? You like money, like me? Things to think about. Hope you guys are thinking as well. With that said and done, make sure you leave this video a like rating before you go, and I will see you on Saturday. Cheers. I need to go pee. I need to like end this fast.